to merchya.com/United Kaiju Podcast and check out our new merch. Don't wait, get your UKP designs now.
Just US Japan. So win-win.
And welcome back, all Kaiju fans. We want to thank you for joining us on this lovely episode of United Kaiju Podcast. On today's episode, we have the very, very special guest, Kaiju Kim, who we have been wanting to get on the show for a while, and we finally snagged her. And we are, according to Kim, and Kim, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the first podcast that you have been on in 3,000 something odd days, correct?
11 billion years.
11 billion years. So this is quite an awesome show, and we want to thank you for coming aboard. And as always, we always ask our guests to bless the episode with the phrase that still has not paid us. Legendary, what's up?
What's going on, Legendary? Where you at?
Kim, you know what to do. Say the line.
Take it away.
Daddy's home, cake every night.
And we have been blessed. Of course, with me is my favorite co-host, Ramon. Ramon, how you doing today, bud?
I am good. I'm very good, man. Just happy to be here. And, can I just say, I love the way you wrote the R's, man. That was perfect. I'm glad you're practicing for this, so it means a lot to me.
I had to do it right, because if I failed you, Ramon, I failed the world.
No,
now, do you prefer Ramon or Ramon?
Hey, see, that was good. You got to really...
Kim, I think you did better than I did. I'm going to pass that torch to you now. So now the whole entire episode, you have to roll your R's.
That was perfect. Thank you, too. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Perfect. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, folks, we have Kaiju Kim. She is a pretty well-known figure in the community, has done a lot. She was heavily in the talks. Last year, you guys, you made a extremely important video about the community, along with the lovable Donnie Winters, who Donnie's a legend, man.
He's such a good guy.
He is. He's adorable. Hopefully, we'll see him at G-Fest again.
Love you, Donnie.
Shout out to Donnie. So, I'm gonna start this off with something regarding that. After the video you and Donnie did about the community, have you seen any type of improvement, little, tiny, small, or do you feel like there's still work to be done?
Must we talk about that video?
Yes. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Let's get it.
Yeah, honestly, after I made that video, I'd kind of just laid low, didn't really pay attention to the community afterwards, just for the sake of my own mental health.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people came forward with their own take on everything, and that started a conversation, and I guess that counts as kind of an improvement, ? But I would say there is definitely still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of people that are really stubborn and just stuck in their ways, and they refuse to change. But, can't really help people that don't want to be helped. So, just...
Okay.
I don't know.
My internet is...
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Am I back in?
Yeah, you're back.
All right. It looks like I'm going to have internet problems today, so that's going to be good. If I phase out, just keep it rolling. Sorry, Kim. So yeah, some conversations came out. That small little victories. Very good.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel when at least some people were starting to conversate about it?
I was taken aback because I'm so used to being in like the small obscure corner of YouTube where like no one really talks about me or the videos that I make, and I'm just like, oh, I actually like kind of accidentally set the Godzilla fandom on fire here, didn't I? I was a little taken aback, and it was a little overwhelming, and in both a good way and a bad way. Like, it's good that, like, hey, wow, this is like, I actually like made an impact. But then there was the negative side where I got a lot of backlash, and, people were like getting the wrong idea about me, and that just kind of shot my anxiety through the roof, and that's kind of why I disappeared off the face of the internet for 9 months. So, but yeah, that was a thing that kind of messed with my brain a little bit. But yeah,
it's one of those things where you got to prepare for war. You want to do right and you want to do good, but there are always those people in any fandom, any community, and unfortunately, the Godzilla community, especially, I feel, they're ready for war at all turns and sides. You say, oh, I wasn't a fan of this film, and it's like, I will murder your family for saying
it.
Yeah, calm down there, guys. Come on, I didn't spit at your mom or something. So
John could say he loves Gabra to death, and people will just grab their torch and pitchforks and run at his house.
I can't get Gabra love at all. I get like 4 people who be like, "Yay, Gabra," and everyone will like, "He's a fever dream," which is true at the same time. But it's like,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, all kaiju deserve love. Like, come on now. Like, we should be in a loving community. Of course, we're not going to have perfection, and I don't think any community should have perfection. But at least chill with the stupid people. Like, we don't need any more of that stuff. But yeah, no, I thought it was really well done. You guys, I felt your points were made, and it definitely it shined a light on a lot of things that need to be talked about and be a little more open in this community, because we I can't stress this enough. We like this fictional monster that is born from death and destruction and chaos. Like, how we can accept that, but not anything else. Like, no, let's open the doors a little bit, folks.
No,
it's never any fun. So I thought, once again, I 10 stars on what you guys are doing. I thought it was really good, and from an outside perspective, the response is exactly what you said. You had the people who opened up, shared how they felt, and was really a positive impact on them. And then you had the jerk-offs who were like,
how dare you, say we should, not be jerks about
right,
things.
Yeah, God forbid we say, hey, be a little kind. No? Okay. I'll just go.
I'll just go sit in the corner now for speaking my thoughts. Come on.
Fucking hell.
Do better, people. Be better.
Do better, goddammit.
Do better.
Oh, Gabra will haunt your dreams. There's your fever dream for you, you jerks. Ramon, what you got?
Let me look at my questions real quick. Okay,
my heartburn. I am old. This is terrible. I started getting heartburn before the episode. Anyway, go on, Ramon.
You're fine. Kaiju Kim, I'm very curious. Everyone, of course, has their favorite Godzilla film, but for you, I'm curious. What is your favorite non-Godzilla film?
Are we talking kaiju or non-kaiju?
Kaiju, just not Godzilla related.
All right, cool. I guess I would either say Rodan or Gamera, Guardian of the Universe.
Both are solid answers.
One a horror movie, another a great film. Loving it. We are getting a Kenny at G-Fest this year.
Yes, we are. At least, well, you are. I'm not going to be at G-Fest this year.
No!
I know. I'm so sad.
It's okay.
Dang,
we
I'm
understand.
so sorry.
It happens. Yeah. If you want a Kenny's autograph, let me know. I got you. No.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Unless someone wants to give me money, then I can buy a plane ticket. That would be great.
I gotta get my plane tickets still. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what? Whatever. I'll make it. I'll walk there if I have to. So I guess a follow up with Ramon is like with Rodan, because Rodan, you don't really hear people talk about that solo movie. Like, that movie is kind of like the underground kaiju movie. What attracted you and what got you to like Rodan, the first one?
Well, it's is it the first? It's either the first or one of the first kaiju movies that were not Godzilla that I saw as a kid. So I don't know, just kind of stuck with me. And my parents, they would always make fun of like the dubbing and stuff. Like everyone makes fun of the dubbing. So I mean, you can't not watch a kaiju movie and not make fun of the dubbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
absolutely.
there's some like silly lines like stuck out, like help, there's a monster here, and you know. And
they didn't do a good job back then.
Yeah.
You know, now especially if you compare like let's compare Rodan to -1 overdubs. It's like,
I knew that was coming.
well, -1's overdubs were like respectful.
No, they were really solid. I can't discredit that.
Have you seen it, Kim? No, not yet.
I have not seen the dub yet. I have seen the actual film though.
All right, I will as a person who loves to watch it in Japanese and have the subtitles, the dubbing, I feel like they actually put a genuine heart into it. They're like, yo, we got to get it. Exactly. Yeah, it's no more like, oh my God, there is a monster. Run.
Oh, there's a monster here.
I feel like Godzilla.
Okay, I'm done. I can't hold that out that long. But
they did a really good job with matching some of the emotions and throughout all the scenes. So
yeah, the one guy who did it, he was solid. I love it. Yeah. It was good. It was good. All right, Rodan and Gamera. Now that's the 1996, 95?
Is it 96 or 95? One of those years. It's the first of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Which was, I absolutely love it. Do you hope more for Gamera in the future?
I do. I want to see more Gamera. I like Gamera. Gamera's awesome. I like Gamera. Man, can I tell you, Gamera knows how to take a beating.
He does.
He does.
He really does.
He does.
He's the Rocky Balboa of Kaiju.
I never heard him described that way. That's a perfect way to describe him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I unfortunately didn't grow up with Gamera like I did with Godzilla, but I remember watching like dang, this turtle can fight. This guy's got some insane pain tolerance. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget the first time I watched Revenge of Iris.
Ooh.
The part towards the end where Gamera has, his hand stuck against the wall and he looks at Iris. Iris is about to attack. He looks at his hand, looks back at Iris, looks at his hand, and he blows off his freaking hand. Yeah. What? That was insane.
I really love that scene because it shows a different side to Gamera a little bit. He's like, well, it's either I get my ass handed to me by the alien love child thing, or I blow off my own hand and I take it out, and it's like, I bet. And it was, bro. Was that your first Gamera film, or did you start with like Showa?
I believe I started with Showa, if I remember correctly.
Because the Gamera Showa movies too.
Which Showa did you start with?
I just started with the original, first film. I might have watched the dub first, which was, but I was like, this is kind of, but I kept going because,
We love you, Gamera! Oh, God. Oh,
so many Kennys. Oh, my God.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him, though. It's going to be so funny. Oh, here you go, Kenny. Sign this. You annoying little brat.
As Kenny.
If he doesn't sign it, I don't want it. I'm not paying $50. I don't know if he's $50, folks. Don't quote me on that, please. I'm not paying money if he doesn't sign it, Kenny. So you went live one time, and I caught it, and you were playing the piano, which was really nice.
Oh, yes.
It's one of those things that you don't see a lot of people kind of showing off their other sides besides being a nerd of Godzilla. Will you be learning any Godzilla themes in the future?
Ooh.
Probably. I mean, I can play the Godzilla themes with one hand. Like ever since I was a kid, I was like, I'm gonna. I can't do anything like super fancy with it, like the I can play I can count on one hand the amount of songs I can play with muscle memory. I'm so bad with practicing.
I mean, listen, if you can just hop on it and just do it, like, what do you need to practice for? I always say, like, that's your practice. You just get on and blah blah blah.
Yeah, there you go.
It was definitely
fun. I mostly play Evanescence songs, but whatever.
Listen, you can't hate on Evanescence now, all right?
I'm no hate.
Ain't no one hating on Evanescence.
Love Evanescence.
It was. I haven't really listened to them in a long time, but I recall when they first came out on the scene, that new metal was skyrocketing, and it was. Her voice is just.
I love Amy's voice so much. Oh,
it pierces right through your soul. You're like, oh, okay, Amy, chill. I'm crying.
I'm sorry. Is that an angel? Excuse me.
I didn't know they existed.
I met her like 5 times.
Was it like at a show or like just?
So this is completely off topic to kaiju, but
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So the first time I met Amy Lee, this is really cool. So this was back in 2011, and they had sent out an email to all like the fans and then like the New York area, and they're going to film the video for What You Want, the song What You Want. And I applied or whatever. And then I think it was the next day I said, like, congratulations, you're among the 200 fans that get to be in this video. I'm like, wow. So I was an extra in an Evanescence music video.
Are you easily findable in it? Because now I'm going to have to look. Like, you open a Pandora's box. Now me and Ramon are going to have...
It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing. You can see my hand in the crowd a little bit, but if you look,
oh man!
But if you look in the behind the scenes footage for that video, you'll see me in the line like outside where the filming took place.
Is it the back of your hand or the front of your hand?
The back of my hand.
Okay.
I'm wearing arm warmers because I was an emo child at the time.
All right, Ramon, you keep that in mind. We're gonna find this, and that's gonna be a clip we're gonna post. So everyone's going to know that Kim was in it.
Absolutely. I already have an idea how I want to do this.
I was there. I can prove it.
And it is fun to be in music videos. I was in one. It was for El Nino at the World in New York City when the World was still around. It's for... Oh, God. Is it Unreal? See, I can't remember. It's either If You Hate Me or Unreal, but I am crowd surfing, and once again the same thing as you, and I'm in orange UFO pants if you want to find me. You blink and you miss it, but you see me like and then it's off. So it was really I fully understand how that feels. Back to kaiju.
All right,
Ramon.
These two are famous. I have never been a part of one, but it's all good. These two are legends. All right.
You're not cool enough.
I need to step up my game, I guess.
Yeah, Ramon's very cool. Ramon, what's your question?
Thank you.
No.
No. Okay. So Kim, what are your hopes for this upcoming MonsterVerse, Godzilla X Kong Supernova? There's a lot of talks about the potential villain that could be in this film, but I'd love to know what you are thinking about it as we're getting closer and closer to news and updates.
I don't know. I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be either Space Godzilla or Gigan. I would like to see one of those, but considering Toho being Toho, it's probably not going to happen. But it's fun to dream. But yeah, as for my hopes for the film, I hope they do go to space. That would be cool. And I hope they go in a starship so I can make a Star Trek joke about it.
Is it like that where no kaiju has gone before in the MonsterVerse?
I just want to be able to like overlay that clip over some voiceover with space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Kaiju Enterprise.
Yes. Just have Spock come up and like, yes. Moving on. Yeah, I agree. Ramon,
what's up?
Space Godzilla or Gigan?
Sorry, I had another throat crack. I don't know what's going on with me lately.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm good. So it's 50-50. I mean, I would be okay if for this one we get another original monster. Like, Kim said, with Toho being the way they are, they're going to ask for a pretty hefty price tag for either one of those monsters to be in their film. But I personally think, I think they're getting confident enough. I mean, the last film was just all out show of silliness, but it was so much fun to watch. But I mean, we'll just see how it all goes down as we get further updates. But John, what are you feeling about it?
I'm gonna say that the community has pissed me off beyond belief about the speculation, because it's the amount of stubbornness already being seen. It's if you say it's Gigan, it's no, it's Space Godzilla. Look at the laser in the R, and you flip the logo upside down, and you can get Space Godzilla's crystals on there. That confirms it. And then I heard someone commented once, and it was like, well, it's about space, so it has to be about Space Godzilla. I was like, have you watched Godzilla movies at all? Like, let's go back to 1972. When do we first see Gigan in space? And I was just like, Jesus. Like, I would be like, I feel like the R or the A or whatever it is in Supernova would more be towards Gigan because of the little red laser dot for the head. But it's once again like, and this has always been my thing with Legendary and the Monsterverse. They're here to make money.
Right.
And so if you look at the films that are more with the kaiju that are known, like King of the Monsters, everyone knows Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. And even Mechagodzilla. You tell them these monsters are going to be in it, they're going to be like, oh, I got to see that. You say to someone who's not a known Godzilla fan, you go, oh yeah, Space Godzilla is going to be in that new film. They're going to go, who the hell is Space Godzilla?
What do you mean?
What is a Space Godzilla? It's not
Godzilla.
It's not something that is going to attract a bigger audience rather than just the Godzilla fans. I think that if Space Godzilla or Gigan were to be in it, it wouldn't draw as much as probably they would hope for. And you can look at that by looking at the numbers of King of the Monsters and even Godzilla vs. Kong. It drew because people knew these monsters, especially the non-Godzilla, like the non-heavy-duty Godzilla fans, right? The ones that were like, oh, I know the black and white version and Godzilla, they do that exactly. This is what Kim did. I know what it is.
Godzilla.
I'll smoke.
Oh, that's the only good Godzilla film. Yes, quite.
It is the only one I know, which is the prime example of the Godzilla. Yes, not the band.
Indubitably.
So once again, the same thing as Kim said, I would love to see these two in a film. I just don't think it's gonna happen. It's not where the money is. It's not with Toho. Toho does it with heart and passion. And yes, someone's gonna come at me about this, I know. So I'll kind of clarify. The directors may put in blood, sweat, and tears, but it's not the blood, sweat, and tears that Toho does, which is they're gonna tell a extremely hardship story, just like in -1. That is gonna have a message. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna either resonate with it or not, and you're gonna either love it or hate it at the end. Monsterverse is, just as we all said, except for 2014. Yes, I know that movie was dark toned and grounded. I know. But moving forward after it became what a lot of G fans wanted, was a monster fest, destruction, and good times and fun. That's what Legendary brings. So,
and I feel like with Legendary, it's like they gotta crawl before they can walk, and they gotta walk before they can run. Because just like with Toho, they built all these monsters from the ground up. How do you think all these monsters that Toho made became so well known and beloved within the community? Legendary, the Mutos, I found them fascinating. Skullcrawlers kind of scared me at first because no matter what you do, they just keep coming after you. Even if you slice their throat, they just don't stop. But
the plague.
Exactly. But I just think Legendary needs to stay confident enough to where they can keep producing these new original monsters, and then somewhere down the line, then we can start digging into deeper pockets and maybe pulling out a Toho villain. I just don't want them to put their cards on the table and then the movie just flops.
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern about, it's a Space Godzilla, it's Gigan. No, nothing's said, nothing's confirmed. Let's have fun with this. Let's not make this a blood fest. Let's just keep this fun and keep it civil. Doesn't need to be negative. Doesn't need to be freaking I'm right, you're wrong, you suck. Like it's just
oh, good lord.
It's because even I've gotten a few of those messages. I'm like, look, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion, but let's just wait until we get deeper into the news before we just speculate. No, you're wrong. It's this because of this.
Slow your roll, pump your brakes. Nothing has been confirmed. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, if that's
like I've said, let's wait for the Playmates toy leaks, so then we can confirm everything. That's how we really find out, right? Yeah. We found out about what Mechagodzilla was going to look like. What the? Yeah, I hit my fan. I don't know why. That's how we found out about Mechagodzilla and the red skull crawler and whatnot. We found out with the leak. Right. So I said it before. Let's just wait for the Playmates toys, and then we could be like, "Ha, you were wrong. I was right," or vice versa, and then everything is gravy.
Yeah, and another thing that people need to stop doing is comparing the MonsterVerse to Toho films. Like,
when
the new Empire came out, like, oh, this isn't -1. Well, no, duh.
No shit. Like, you don't know how many times I've heard people say
apples, oranges. Hello.
It is. No, 100%, 100%. And it's so weird at times, and I feel like we all have seen this. The amount of comparison that is brought into it. It's like, well, the MonsterVerse made Godzilla more real than Toho did, and then blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, Godzilla's not real. Well, he is, technically speaking,
quote unquote. Yeah,
he was named. There was a dinosaur. I'm Gojirasaurus. If you don't believe me, Kim, you can look it up. It is named after Godzilla. This is a scientific, but he's a little guy. He ain't no vicious.
Not a giant radioactive lizard.
Right? No, he's not. He's like a clumpy with little dorsal plates. He's adorable. I'd have him as a pet. But of course, the comparison is just it's painful. It is.
That's one of the reasons why I think the MonsterVerse is so under fire, because people go into it with the wrong mindset. They keep going into it expecting Gojira or Shin Godzilla and -1. I'm like, that's not what this is.
Yeah. This is would you feel like it's Showa now? Now it's Showa, basically.
Yeah.
And do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with that, Kim?
No. I do not. I absolutely do not. Matter of fact, I stand behind it. I fully support Legendary bringing back Hero Godzilla.
No.
That's my boy.
I don't understand why people have such a big deal. Everyone's like, he can't be a hero. Well,
freaking! Did you see Godzilla versus Megalon?
Have you even seen? Yeah. Do you even watch these movies? Are you even a fan?
Hello? I mean, I've always just described him as the anti-hero, right? You love him and you hate him, and I think throughout Toho's years, they've demonstrated that really well. You've gone from the destructive force to a protector to then all of a sudden, he's back to being scrappy and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla and Terra, and then bring on the Heisei, and you have this violent force that can't be messed with, but yet we're still calling upon him to help us here and there. So why the dynamics change around and be like, well, I don't want Godzilla to be the hero at all. That makes me very angry.
Okay, so a giant radioactive lizard makes you angry. You're raising your blood pressure over something that is not even real.
I love when they bring reality into this. It's like, well, Godzilla would never do that if he was real. Right.
He wouldn't fly.
Okay, but he's not.
He's not.
He's not real.
If he was, I don't think we'd live any longer. We'd be dead.
No, we'd be all done
for. All be dead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd be happy about it because we saw Godzilla. That'd be great.
I'd take a selfie with him and then I'd run. There you go.
I've always said it's like, okay, so you're mad that Godzilla is a hero in this series, but he's a villain in -1. Would you rather we just go back to the dark ages where we had absolutely nothing and we were just starving for kaiju media? I've always said that this is literally the best time to be a monster fan Because what other genre, or what other lifetime after the three of us are no longer here, will we say we have a Japanese Godzilla, we have an American Godzilla film series going simultaneously together?
You know what? You know what's gonna be when we're gone? It's gonna be this just a disgusting cesspool of angry G fans knocking at Toho Studios' door. If you don't get rid of the MonsterVerse, we're gonna boycott you, Toho. It's like, calm down, guys.
No.
The future is bleak. Hopefully not. Hopefully people can aside their difference, and it sucks to see how divided it is, because we all have the same friggin' thing. Even if it's Godzilla's a hero or Godzilla is one of those destructive rampaging lizards, like, it's the same thing. I mean, even if Godzilla is good, he's still killing people at the same time. And as Tony once brought it up, like the whole fight scene in Rio, in the New Empire, a
lot of people died.
Han punches a fucking building. You think there weren't people in those buildings? They didn't have time to escape. Nah, they're done. They were done.
It just happened like that, and the next thing you know, it's monster battle royale. Nobody has time to escape. Nobody has time to evacuate. It's like, oh, this is it. Nice knowing y'all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later days.
Right,
did you ask Ramon or did I? I forgot. Where we going?
You go.
I go? Okay. All right. This is gonna be a fun one because I don't feel like it's asked for a lot. But top 5 least favorite Godzilla movies.
Ooh, I'm about to make some people mad.
Let's go. Get them angry.
All right, let's
I
go.
can't wait to hear this. All right. John's starting the fire. Let's do it.
I have to.
All right.
Clear the throat.
Hold on. Let me write up my last will and testament. All right.
If anyone goes there, it's Kim. I'm coming after you. That is facts.
Hey. I'm joining you too.
Well, you're in Texas. You came to Diddley Squad. We're both in the home state, so I can at least run to Kim as before they get there. So let's go.
I got a horse. I'll be there.
That was real Texan of you.
I got a horse.
Yeah.
I got me a horse.
I got me a horse.
You got the hat too, right? You have to. If you don't have the hat, I don't want you here.
You need the hat. You gotta have that.
We ride at dawn, Ramon.
Excellent.
Ride at dawn. Okay. Her name's Betsy, by the way.
Oh, yay.
That is extremely.
I love it. I love everything about it. Okay.
I respect this.
Right, go ahead.
All right. Top 5 least favorite Godzilla films. All right. This is gonna hurt.
All right.
Because I know, John, this is your favorite one.
Oh, no.
All respect.
Okay. So number 5 on my list is Godzilla versus Destroyer.
I'll ask at the end. I'll ask at the end.
No. I hold no judgment. So I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious.
So
I'm hurt, but okay.
I know. I'm sorry, but I have a dislike relationship with that film. I explained it in one of my videos, but it's just, we watch that video if you want to know what my deal is with that.
Absolutely.
Number 4 is Godzilla versus Gigan. There's some amusing parts about it, but overall, just didn't do a whole lot for me.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Godzilla versus Hedorah.
Oof.
I know.
That's a controversial take.
I know. I have a lot of unpopular opinions, but I digress. It's nasty. Look at it. It's pointless.
Hedorah?
Anyway,
the kitty part is upsetting. That is upsetting.
Yeah. I was very upset about the kitty. Number 2 is Godzilla Raids Again.
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of that one either.
Yeah. Especially the dub. I hate the dub.
The dubbing is so bad.
I'm almost positive the guy who did the overdub was the same person who did the women's voice. I'm almost positive, he did the whole thing.
You know what? Because I feel like I've seen it not too long ago. It's like, why is their voices so close together?
It is very cool. I honestly, I think they just grabbed someone off the street and was like, here, to say these lines, and that's it.
You're gonna do all the voiceovers.
You'll get $50 for it. That was done. All right, number 1, Kim. What's it gonna be? Oh, boy.
I'm gonna make some people mad. Okay.
Ooh, juicy. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Godzilla 2014.
You know what though? Like that.
Yes.
Because Kim, you're in a safe position right here because we agree.
Okay, good. It was, I'm in good company then.
You are 100%.
You're safe.
But I'm gonna open it up and ask, what was your beef?
This is Godzilla 2014 in a nutshell.
I think I could say him. But what's your beef, Kim? What's your beef?
Let's hear it.
I think my problem was when I first saw it in the theater, I went into it with the mindset of I want to see Godzilla all the time, always, and it just kind of left a bad impression on me. And it's like, and the characters were just kind of like literally in the theater. I was like, I mean, he
sucked. Don't even. Let's not even. That's the only thing he gave us for that.
That's
movie.
That one line that he has is the only thing that's like worse than anything. But yeah, literally in the theater, I was just slumped like this, like.
Okay.
Like, no lie, back when we were in quarantine, I had myself a Godzilla marathon. That is the only film I skipped.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
I love it. I don't think. I agree. And then we like we said before, like we are not a fan of it. If anyone who's listening, if you want to hear our gripes against 2014, it is up on the episode list. If you are a fan of 2014, I suggest not listening to it because you will be heavily upset, and we don't care. So,
nope.
Okay. No, I think that is a solid list. Of course, I'm going to disagree on the Destroyer, but I respect the reasons, of course. Yeah. Hedorah is definitely one of those. Hedorah and Gigan, I feel like
those are two like really super popular ones I know, but like I don't hate them. They're just not my favorites. They're not my go-tos.
Yeah. I think the and that's why I chose the word least favorite, because when you bring in the word hate, it kind of sets that tone where it's like, oh, it's just a shitty movie.
I hate that. Like, no, I don't hate any Godzilla movie. Right. I know. There's just some that I gravitate towards more than others.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I think that's beautifully said. I'm gonna start saying that from moving forward because I tend to use the word dislike and hate every now and then. Like for Megaguirus, I'll off the bat be like, I hate Megaguirus so much. Like it's just.
It's not lame.
Is that one of your movies? Is that a go-to movie of yours?
No, okay. It's not. It's not one of my go-tos, but like it's not that bad. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is.
That's fair. I respect that. Ramon,
I've only watched it a couple of times. I mean, it's a decent watch, but I mean, it's a mixed bag.
The one scene where he's on the island and all like the little. Which I forgot the names of them.
It's not Meganulon.
Meganulon, okay. That scene is cool because it kind of reminds me of it is very, very relatable because when you go to the beach and you're attacked by mosquitoes, it's kind of how you feel.
I hate mosquitoes. I hate bugs. I hate bugs of all kinds. Except for butterflies. I like butterflies.
Yeah, the butterflies are nice. Monarch butterflies are cool. That's very generic of me to say. I feel like every person likes monarch butterflies. No one.
I mean, that's fine. It's
cool.
Okay to be basic.
Yay! What you got, Ramon?
Well, I was gonna ask the Gamma thing, but we already kind of covered that, so it's all good. But Kim, I'd love to know what is your favorite MonsterVerse redesign from the Toho's Big Five?
I would say Ghidorah. I like the way Ghidorah looks in King of the Monsters. He's like sharper looking and more menacing, and I love the way he moves across the ground, like kind of like a serpent. Yeah. So I thought was like ooh, the way he moves, because the original Ghidorah doesn't really move on the ground all that much.
No,
but the way this one moves is like oh Lord, he coming.
That knuckle walk he did at King of the Monsters the first time, I was like, okay, back up.
Oh no.
No.
Get behind me, Satan.
There was a time when they were making this film that they were going to do the mane again for Ghidorah. Would you have liked to see the show a mane on the 2019 Ghidorah?
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Fair.
I'm not picky about that kind of stuff.
That's fair. I forgot the artist's name. He drew it, and he put the mane on it, and I was like, you know what, that could work. I kind of miss it. I do. But
I need to look at it. I need to see it.
I don't. God, I want to remember the artist's name, and I'm sorry that I did this to people, but I have a shit memory, so pardon me while I burn. All right. Favorite Godzilla design and why?
Favorite Godzilla design and why?
Okay.
I'm torn between 62 and 91.
I'm gonna let Ramon handle this now because
what happened? What did I do?
He loves 62. No. I do love 91. I think 91 is a great design, but I rip on 62 just because of Ramon. Just because he's good on it.
But look at him. How could you hate this face?
How are you doing?
Look at him.
Oh God!
Look at him.
It's the design that went in the pool and tried to sniff his own farts. Like,
John,
come on.
shut up. John, shut up.
It is.
Shut up.
He was like, I gotta dip my foot now.
You know what, Cam? It's all good because when I see John at G Fest, it's all like Donkey Kong. I will not let him disrespect 62.
But you know, it's a design that even as a kid, I wasn't the biggest fan of. And
for me, it's the first Godzilla I ever saw. So
okay.
That's yeah.
Okay. Okay. So kind of just to piggyback off Ramon, do you remember this, like the scene that you were in when you first saw 62?
Please set the scene for us.
I was like 3, maybe 4. I was in the living room with my dad, God rest his soul. I was watching the scene where right after he gets out of the iceberg and he's heading towards the military base, he's like in the ocean, and then he was like coming towards the screen, and I'm like, I'm a toddler, so I'm thinking this guy's gonna eat me. So I pull the cover over my head.
Oh my God, that's so scary. But I mean, yeah, like him in the water after he breaks out of the ice, like that scene is a little like, ooh. As you said before, oh Lord, he coming.
I know he coming.
But that boy is thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
He was a thicky boy.
He's a thick boy. He's a thick boy.
Yeah. But it's funny
go ahead, Ramon. Go.
No, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even in 91, he's thick too.
Like, he's very thick.
He is. Oh, yeah. And 91 is just one of those suits where I'm like, he hates everybody. I love it.
Yay.
He's just so angry. He's like, I am going to ruin everyone's day.
He's always very angry. He's an angry boy. But yeah, the 91 suit, that's like whenever someone brings up Godzilla, like that's the image that pops into my head. It's like that design.
Are you planning to get the higher figure?
Probably not. I don't have any money. I've been like trying to cut back on collecting. I already like sold some stuff, and I'm trying to sell some stuff now.
That's a painful process.
It's bad. It's painful. Yeah.
It's bad. I can't even. I know.
It's so pretty to look at, but it's like
it's costly. It is very costly.
It's costly, and I have a small apartment, so I'm like, you know, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Once the room runs out, then you're like, well,
what am I gonna do? Buy another friggin' shelf?
I contemplate that all the time. I'm like, should I buy some more shelves or should I not?
It's a constant mental battle with yourself. Do I want to buy more shelves? Should I stop? No, this looks good. And then it doesn't help that the market just like putting all these figures in your face. Yeah, I'm just like, cool, guys.
Here's a cool looking thing that will look super cool next to that other figure you have. I'm like, can you not?
Yeah, it's. I almost feel like almost every day the U.S. Godzilla stores dropping something new, and I'm just like,
stop.
Stop.
I love it, but stop.
Ow, my wallet.
Yeah, and now we're getting, with the technology we have on figures, like we're getting these really, really like insane. There's that one, oh god, it's the Mecha Godzilla one, and Godzilla's skin, the fake suit is slowly being ripped away.
Yeah.
I bought it. I'm waiting on it, but it's like at the same time, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. That money could have gone to something really, really beneficial.
Something that I actually need.
Right.
Like something stupid like rent or food or bills.
Put gas in my car.
I don't need to sleep somewhere. I'll just sleep in the box that it comes with.
Yeah. Listen, for the giant boxes that we do get, as we can see behind me over here, I think I could make that into a house.
You sure could.
It wouldn't be great in the winter.
I mean, no, but
or in rain.
I can cuddle my Godzilla figures. They will keep.
There you go. They'll keep you warm.
Radiation for the win.
Very good.
Stop making toys, guys.
Oh my god! Seriously, just stop. I mean, I love you guys, but stop. But real quick, Kim. First off, I want to say it's very nice to meet a fellow 62 fan. You know, because John's always giving me crap about it. No matter.
You got something on your nose, Ramon. You might want to wipe it off a little bit. There you go. Good guy.
No, but to set the scene real quick, I was around the age you were. 4, maybe 5. I have 2 older brothers. I am the youngest of 3.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So we were just channel surfing one day, just looking for something to watch. Then we get to the final battle, Mount Fuji. I told them to stop. Literally snatched the remote from my oldest brother, and we just watched the entire thing. And ever since then, the love for Godzilla and everything just took off like a rocket. So, fuck you, John. This is forever my boy right here.
I'm gonna ask both of you a question.
Right.
Favorite scene in 62. Ramon,
Kim, take it away.
Kim, fuck it. Kim, go first.
Mm-hmm. Favorite scene, the entire thing.
Okay, yeah. I accept. Ramon, any objections to that? Probably not.
No, honestly, I think the scene that stood out to me the most was the infamous dropkick heard around the world when Godzilla dropkicks Kong on Mount Fuji, that stop motion thing.
Oh yeah,
with the puppets.
Yeah,
that's that shot that lasts for like 2 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a quick blink and you'll miss it, but I don't know why. Even though I know it looks horrible, but it's just
that adds to the charm.
It adds to the beauty of it, and I love every single 2 seconds of it.
There needs to be like something off in Toho Godzilla movies. I feel there's always something off, like whether it's seeing the strings on Ghidorah or knowing that it's a messed up puppet. It just, as you said, it adds to the charm.
It adds to the charm.
It
makes it fun.
And that's something I feel like we're losing as a community. We're losing that inner imagination of, oh man, it has to be perfect. It can't be errors and mistakes. And it's like, this is what we grew up on. Like even in Final Wars.
Oh my gosh, Final Wars.
Like the whole scene with Godzilla and Kumonga as he's spinning Kumonga around. Like you could tell the background was the studio. It is so like it's almost 3D at that point. And everyone still goes, well, that's the most amazing Godzilla film ever. No, it's not.
Kim, do you like Final Wars?
I do.
Oh.
Okay. That's so we're gonna fight, I guess. No.
Put them up.
Have fun with that, John.
I'm gonna back away because I feel like Kim will just come over here and just, bah! Don't talk about my movie again, asshole. No, but it's one of those movies I can't really go for. But and mainly, honestly, the main reason why I don't like Final Wars is I felt like the monsters that were picked was BS. Right? Kamacuras and Kumonga, like, really?
That's a good point.
Really?
People, I know you wanted to see Gabara.
No, you know what? Damn it, you're calling me out. Even going past that, Titanosaurus.
Oh yeah, we could have seen. That would have been good.
Why are we skipping over Titanosaurus? Like, hello, hi, how you doing?
There was so much potential.
Even you could have even thrown in the Rose Biollante. And
I would have loved that.
Oh my god!
That right? Like, just I'm gonna paint the picture for you. You got Godzilla fighting. You got Final Wars 05 coming. He's running. All of a sudden, the Rose comes up, starts to vine whip him a little bit. Bam, bam, bam. He unleashes atomic breath. All right, move on. But no, we have to get Hedorah and Ebera looking like they just came out of a pancake mixer, and they died.
Hedorah's only in it for like 2 seconds.
Right, exactly. I didn't like how fast it was. It almost reminded me of Ray's Against fight. It was like you blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
And then the soccer scene, which funny,
oh my god,
but also a little painful at the same time.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
That's fine. I respect. Have some better standards, Kim, for God's sakes. No.
I'm very easy to please.
That's fair.
Put Godzilla on a screen, and I will be happy most of the time.
When Pluto, when Pluto TV was the 24-hour all day, same movies all the time, but I would have it on. Final Wars came on, and I'd be like, okay,
change the channel.
I'm gonna go do the dishes now. I got motivated to clean.
There you go.
But
I miss those days, man. Whenever we would just record, I just put on Pluto TV. It's like, okay, today.
That was only last year, Ramon.
Was it last year? Was it
last year?
I think Pluto went off last year, or maybe the beginning of this year.
It went off the beginning of the new year because it was New Year's Eve, and that's when they posted. We are taking down the channel, and everybody was just so heartbroken, including me.
All right, so we're looking at 5 months since, and Ramon's like, I miss those days.
Good old
because it was always
the days of Pluto TV and Godzilla on 24/7. Let me tell you.
Back in my day,
we watched Godzilla on Pluto TV, and it was fantastic.
It was a magical time. Man,
it was good times to be had by all.
Although
once again, away from us.
Well, but once again, one of my arguments about Pluto TV, they never got 84. They never got Biollante. Yet HBO Max comes out swinging hard, drops the Showa movies on there, and then goes, guess what we got, Kaiju fans? 89, 91, 84. How did they do it? I want to know. Because Pluto was promising it the entire time. They're like, that's coming. Heisei fans, we're bringing you the films that you've never seen in a long time. And then
remember they leaked this. They leaked all the movies. So you had this, and then you saw the Holy Trinity. 84, 89, 91. Didn't get the 2 or the 3.
Although I think 91 did come on.
It did come on, but 89, 84, which is...
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
And then 2000 was on there for a while, but then they took it off, and then they put it back on.
Yeah. They had the American version.
I like the American version better anyway.
It's a fun one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It is a fun one. Yeah. A lot of confusion with fans. You say, oh, yeah. I try to be a little more accurate. I go 99, and people are like, that's 2000. It's like, well... No. American-wise, yes. But not Japanese-wise.
True.
Okay. Solid. Favorite non-Godzilla design and why?
Well, you mentioned it briefly while we were talking about Final Wars, but Biollante's rose form. I love Biollante. Biollante is my favorite non-Godzilla kaiju. I love her backstory. I love that she has the spirit of a girl inside of her. That's just so compelling to me. And I love red roses because I'm a basic girl. So there you go.
So with that being said, Ramon, we're gonna segue real quick into our favorite film, -1, because the neck seen. There are many speculations that it could be Biollante. There are flowers by her bedside. Supposedly, there's the wallpaper is flowers. But I think we debunked that, didn't we, Ramon? I think we tried to or something.
I believe so. Our good buddy MC sent us a photo of it. It's you kind of see it, but it's I don't know. That's just sort of a stretch.
So my question for you, Kim, is: do you think that's kind of what they're going for with this whole thing with -1? Could Biollante show her face again?
I don't know if that's what I think, but that would be really cool. I would love to see Biollante again.
I feel like it's either a really good setup for Biollante or bringing us what Shin would have brought us if Shin had awakened in the fifth form. A Godzilla humanoid sort of thing.
I don't know if I want to see that.
No.
Not a fan of the humanoid Zillas?
No, not into that. I'm just why? Why is that a thing? No, thank you. Not into it.
Okay, so we're more leaning on, if it was to happen. I mean, probably won't. I can't really see them going that hard in the next film. Although, Ramon, what's the director's name?
Takashi Yamazaki.
Shake weight, got it.
God.
Shiitake mushrooms. No. He said, he has a bigger budget, and which is scary. Because it's well, damn, bro. You worked with 13 mil. 13 mil. I'll put that in quotes because I don't. Was it confirmed? Was it?
I know he said in an interview that someone estimated he had 15 million, and then he replied back with, I wish I had 15 mil.
Right, yeah. So
I would just say 10, 12 that's being generous.
I mean, God, if he did 10 million on that, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I feel like if there is a bigger budget and he does it wisely, he could really make another perfect movie, which is terrifying.
It's scary.
I don't know how
but
to feel about it.
It's scary because you have set the bar so freaking high. I mean, look at all the accomplishments -1 has taken because of how successful the film was, not only in Japan but for us. I mean, it was supposed to be in the States for a week, and then it just got extended. They pulled it away for maybe 2-3 days, and then they announced, let's do minus color. It was supposed to be here for a week, then it got extended to 2 more weeks, and it's just now it won an Oscar. It's so scary to think about this because how do you top such a masterpiece with Godzilla -1? It's either you got to go above and beyond, or you, like John says, you have to meet at the same level where it was. And
you put Gabber in it.
Oh my god! Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. Now Kim and I both know what we deal with on a regular basis.
That would put. Oh my god! It would have everyone in an uproar. I would love to see it. I would just sit there eating popcorn, looking at every single fan, going.
They'll just be eating kernels and throwing kernels.
Now who's the jerk? I win. But that would never happen. Gabber got rooked in singular point, disrespectfully. Well, no. Salunga was cool. I just didn't like the name. I thought
Salunga.
I just think we all know who it was. We didn't need a new name for it. Just give it the original name. It's Gabber. I don't care what it is.
Salunga.
I love his face. A little squishy. What you got, Ramon? What's your question, bro? What? He was cute in singular point. He didn't look fierce.
He looked like an angry bunny rabbit.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm trying to oh wait, yeah, okay, I got the image in my head. Yeah, he did have a bunny rabbit face. I don't know why.
Yeah, and if you wanted to squish his little mush face over there,
he'll bite your fingers off.
I will take the chance. I will take the chance.
I don't know if I want to be terrified of this thing or just grab it and snuggle with it. I don't know what to do with it. It is so adorable.
A little bit of column A, column B. Because eventually it's going to become a struggle cuddle. because he's gonna want to rip your face off, as Kim said that he'd bite my fingers, which I will take and would strike. And like, yes, I was bitten by Gabra.
I mean, my pit bull is like 90 pounds. I think I can handle it.
Well, Salunga is kind of like, I don't know, metric tons maybe. So, yeah, your pit bull has nothing on a kaiju's weight.
I'm a strong boy.
Unless it's Minya from Final Wars. You can say that Minya in Final Wars was a golden ticket for that film.
No, can't do that.
That was. Did you cringe during Minya scenes?
I might have.
Okay.
What did you think about the scene where he grabs the steering wheel?
Drive.
That was funny. He's like, "What are you doing? You can't drive."
Driving the wheel. Although,
oh my gosh,
I will give Final Wars a little bit credit, because I think one of the scenes I do appreciate and enjoy is the ending where Godzilla is about to torch the humans and Minya comes forth and he does a blockade, and it brings in that whole dynamic of coexisting with people who are different. Obviously, kaiju and humans, big difference, but it also can resonate within fandoms of people are built different, they look different, act different, they're gonna like different shit. It doesn't always have to be a war. It can be a very, very cool discussion, respectfully, but unfortunately everyone wants discourse. It's not like, hey, let's talk about it, let's have fun. Why don't you like it? Why do you like it? It's just, man, you're wrong.
Grr, how dare you have a different opinion than me?
How dare you not like
you fiend.
Hedora Kim. Unbelievable. This episode's over. I'm over this.
Canceled. You're canceled.
She's canceled for life. We're gonna just no more Kim. No more. No.
Well, crap.
No, I mean, I will say that. I mean, like you two have said, Gigan and Hedora were probably one of the fan favorites in the show series. I kind of understand where the criticisms may be, like, oh, I don't like it because of this, and that. I did not expect Toho to do the thing with the cat, even though I'm not much of a cat person. I'm a big dog person, but still, I was like, wow, I can't believe Toho did that.
Well, that whole movie was a trip. Like, if you know, like, everything, and we discussed this on the episode, what the eyes resembled. Okay. And I'm not going to say it. If you want to know, look it up. Even the part where Godzilla rips out Hedora's, whatever you want to call them, eyes. There was a lot of speculation that it wasn't eyes, that it was balls, right? What else was there? There was a trippy scene of Save the Earth with that song. Very weird. It was a whole like acid-induced moment that you never saw in a Godzilla film, and we never saw it again. And of course, so wait. Hedora was what, 71?
Yes.
So I believe, and either one of you can correct me if I'm wrong, that film was the first one that we saw like a human skeleton in a very brutally murdered way, of course, by Hedora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was the first time that happened in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I believe so, and it wasn't expected. People were like, "Holy shit, that's kind of scary," and I as a kid was like, "Oh God, like this is violent, this is gruesome." But of course, with the message of pollution and how it is, absolutely destroying and killing Earth, I think it was the message was not exactly portrayed properly. Because I don't understand what the difference with how it correlates with people in fish masks dancing in bikinis and versus pollution. Don't understand why that was a part of it. Yeah, no. No.
Yoshimitsu Banno, man, he was having fun with it.
He was banned. Toho said, nope, you ain't doing no more Godzilla movies.
He couldn't go into GMK like you said.
Yeah. He did want GMK, right?
No, I'm saying his soul couldn't go into GMK Godzilla.
No, his soul was banned from going into GMK. Wasn't allowed. It was sad. I would love to see another Banno type movie. But segueing back to -1, he did say Hedorah is something that he had his eye on. He wanted to see Hedorah again. Do you guys feel like if he put Hedorah versus -1, you think it would be a good turnout?
Kim?
I mean, I guess. I mean, like I said, I'm easy to please. Just put Godzilla on a screen and I'm happy.
That's it. That's it. Don't matter how many times. As long as we can see Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's the main part. Yeah.
And he's the reason why we're going to these movies in the first place.
Exactly.
No
instead
Jaws.
Of seeing 2x4 Ford Brody throughout the film. I was gonna say, John, is that a picture of Ford Brody or a piece of 2x4?
Probably both.
Yeah.
You know, he was as boring as a piece of 2x4. So, oh God, I just hear his voice in my head, haunts my dreams. Daddy's home.
Take every night.
Jerk. But yeah, I feel like I agree. I think I'm all for it. But I personally would love to see him redo the entire Showa series. I think it would be kind of interesting because -1 is a rewritten 54, more in depth with, the kamikaze pilots and all that stuff. But like, I think it'd be so dope to like the next movie be Godzilla raids again, and you have
Spiky Boy.
Yeah, bring back our boy Angus because he just gets the shit out of the stick, man. In King of the Monsters, there he is.
I love him. He's so cute. I want him.
I need to. One of the figures I'm definitely getting at GFest is the Singular Point Angus because I love how he looks in that.
Oh, he looks fantastic in Singular Point.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love him.
Beautiful. I also use him in Battle Lines, Ramon.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's great in Battle Lines. I got him too.
Kim, do you play Battle Lines at all?
I have not. I think I attempted to play it once, but my phone didn't like it. So,
damn fun, really fun game.
Oh my God!
And then now, granted, I think it would be interesting because then you have 62, and I'd be very curious to see how he would portray King Kong versus Godzilla.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Now, the question would be, and this is the question I've been thinking about lately, is how strong is Godzilla going to be after he regenerates? So, because realistically, any monster that goes against him with that atomic breath, they're not going to survive.
It's not even fair.
No.
It's not even fair.
It's an uneven side. So he has to be somewhat weak after he regenerates in order for this to be a fair fight. But then it's like, well, how long does it take for him to get his strength back? And does he get to full strength? All these questions.
Is he going to be bigger?
That's another question.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do that. There's so many, I never even thought of that one, Ramon. That was a good one.
No, it's just, again, when we got confirmation of sequel, all these questions go to your head. Is it going to be a versus film or is it going to be a solo film? Is he going to get bigger? Is his atomic breath going to be more powerful? Is it going to go this way or this way? It's just all of these questions are just circulating through your head. And I'm sure, Kim, John, y'all have the same thoughts, now that we know that -1 Part 2 is coming out. It's like, we're asking these questions over and over again. And we're just going to the drawing boards like, I don't know how this is going to go at the end of the day. But it's scary to think about.
You know what I want? I just want one thing. I want to know when. I want to know when it's scheduled to come out. That's all I need to fucking know. Just like Supernova. They just announced the date. And it was like, all right, cool.
March 2027.
Yeah, give me a
something.
date. Let me know how long I have to suffer for, because the drought wasn't warned about. They just said, "All right, good night.
We're done here."
Done.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. And Porky Pig came out. That's all, folks. And we didn't know when we were gonna get back. And then you had all that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
luckily that was just jaws falling off of my table here. He landed in a box. That was a good aim.
Very good. Well done.
YouTube viewers will enjoy that segment, but continue, John.
Apparently, I like to knock things off my table because my table is very small and it's very crowded in here. So
it's a reoccurring thing with John. Everything goes flying off his table.
It's either that or I hit something. Fan,
always digging in his refrigerator.
Well, because it's close to it's like dinner time, man. Like I'm like, I know you're an hour behind. Shut up, Ramon. Here it's 6 o'clock and it's almost dinner time. Rude. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to see that. And then his take on Ghidorah and Gigan, Megalon, all that good stuff. Actually, someone brought this up to me, and love to get your guys' thoughts. All right. With Gemstone has brought back Gigan as Gigan Rex, absolutely amazing short, and then Megalon.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys want Gemstone to bring the duo of Gigan and Megalon together in a short?
Only if they bring back Jet Jaguar.
No. Because I feel like it would be a disservice if we have these two, Gigan and Megalon, but we have Godzilla just solo. No Jet Jaguar.
Gotta have Jet Jaguar.
You do.
You gotta have the recreation of the infamous tail slide. You gotta have it.
I mean, he did do it, kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
It wasn't as glorious, but it was a nice homage.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I felt like I was the only one who felt like that was a little like that really wasn't it.
No,
that wasn't it.
It was kind of more like Liu Kang's bicycle kick.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'll give it points for style, but it's just man, it's just
E for effort.
It didn't hit the spot right. It's just like, man, it was cool, but
it wasn't ridiculous enough. It needed to be more goofy.
Yes. Although I feel like with the Gemstone Godzilla, it is difficult to make that guy goofy because he is
true. He does look mean.
Yeah, I don't think you could really have him just go wee.
Wee.
Imagine just like he's like wee.
Wee.
I'm gonna find a clip of that and voice dub it and just have him go wee over and over and over.
I would watch the heck out of that.
Today's episode, wee. Thank you, John.
I like to bring the flavors. I like it. Ramon, what's your question for Kim?
Alrighty, let me pull this up again because Kim, what advice would you tell others to help better the community and also remove the toxicity within the fandom?
I know Jesus.
Go to church.
Go to church.
Bibles.
Oh, good Lord. I'm only half joking when I say that. But yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the toxicity stems from people being allergic to different opinions and different perspectives. And it's wild to me that some people think that their way is the only way to think. There's 100 billion or whatever people on this planet, and they think everyone is supposed to think and feel the same way they feel. And it's just if anyone disagrees with them, they take it as a personal attack. And so they launch personal attacks. Mm-hmm. And it's and they spend all their time arguing with strangers on the internet and it snowballs into this toxic nonsense. And it's just and it's not even just the Godzilla community. It's every community. It's everywhere. This world is toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so if everyone were to just slow the roll, pump the brakes, remember that everyone has different opinions and different perspectives, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because if everyone thought exactly the same, this world would be boring. There'd be nothing to talk about. So if they just like stop and, remember that different opinions and perspectives exist, and that's okay. People will be less likely to, get into stupid arguments. And they take disagreements as personal attacks. It's not a personal attack. It's a different point of view.
Oh, and no, Kim, your hate against Destroyer. That is personal for me. That is on my sleeve. I wrote it.
No. You can't attack her because I have to attack you because of your hate or dislike of 62. John, I'm looking at you.
There you go.
I'm looking at you too, Ramon. So I mean, what?
I'm looking at both of you.
Woo! It's a rookie contest. No, I
don't understand. Like, what are these people getting by being perpetually angry?
Right.
Like, what? How is that benefiting your life in any way? Like, what are you gaining from that?
I almost feel like they turn it into like an attack on their own self-esteem. It's like
exactly a personal attack.
Yeah, and it's like, but why? Like, I'm not saying. I'm like, listen, like you guys like 62. I don't like it that much. I don't think it's a good movie, but I'm not going to sit here and go, well, you guys are absolutely uncultured and uneducated on Godzilla films to be liking 62. Like, no, like, what, like, okay, you like the goofy sticky. Okay,
if he does, I'll just put him in a headlock.
Well, I would never, because it's like, here I've said this to people so many times, like, I can't judge anybody because I'm sitting here in a room filled with figures, art posters, these fucking things. Shout out to Jared for this one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he great guy. Let me bring my homeboy out real quick for everybody. Oh yeah, he's got hair and dust all over him. Oh, Tony,
Jesus, John Dust.
Sorry. And it's like, how can I sit there and go, yo, you're an idiot because you like this film and I don't. Like, you're insane about it. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what, Ruben? I got a perfect idea for a short. Remember the time on this while Kim is explaining what the opinion is, you're gonna put up the word opinion.
Oh yeah.
Whole short clip on YouTube.
I'm literally making notes on my phone as we're going along.
Because I think that needs to be
opinions.
Because the definition of opinion is lost nowadays in this world, and it's sad.
And it's funny that you brought it up because John, you know that I love the Giant Claw with a passion. I posted a video, and this comment just was like a long paragraph of why he dislikes it, why the bird sucks, why the film sucks. I just replied him saying, buddy, are you okay? Like, I understand if you don't like the film, but why all of this? Like, you must have just sat in the corner of your room.
Did the Giant Claw hurt him?
That's why I ask him, are you okay? Like, what did the Giant Claw do to just create this long paragraph?
It came into his house and did something to his mom.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah. Well, no, it would explain the hatred.
That's true.
I don't make these things up. I just listen.
I mean, like I said, if you got the time to go from this to this, buddy, let's have a conversation, but let's be respectful about it.
DM me. Let me be a therapist for an hour.
What did the Giant Claw do to hurt you this badly, my friend?
Besides be goofy looking, nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It is very goofy though.
It is very goofy, but I love it to death.
You have to. Why not? Why would you not?
It's good. It's a fun movie to watch. Yeah.
It is.
But yeah, you these people, they just so quick to like yell and get angry, and it's just like you can gain so much more by like taking the time to like listen to what other people are saying, like oh, I don't like it because of this reason, whatever. Yeah, that's fine, okay. But there's just like instead of just getting angry at them, like listen, like would it be okay? Is it okay if I like quote a scripture on here?
Let me just write my thesis on why you're a jerk for liking it.
But no, if I may quote a scripture, James 1:19, be swift to listen, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. A lot of people get that backwards. Okay.
Fast to wrath. That's it.
Only wrath.
Only wrath. Everything else is gone.
Everything else just goes out the window.
Seriously, it really does. And it's so sad. Like, listen to what other people are saying. And just like ah!
Yeah, actually, you know what? You kind of made me have a formulated question in my head. I posted a while ago a picture of a Godzilla figure versus the Jesus figure, right? Got a lot of mixed feelings,
controversy, yeah,
and whatnot. I guess my question for you in this matter is, like, would you take that as something offensive?
I mean, personally, I don't. Not really. I mean, I thought it was humorous. I mean, God has a sense of humor, so whatever. I mean, my dad would always joke like, "All right, we respect God and Godzilla in this house." So there you go.
Yes,
that needs
y'all need Godzilla.
That needs to be a shirt.
Like, shirt. It was. Oh God, I remember it. Oh Jesus, and I think this is probably during. I want to say maybe it was during the drought. It was like. It's green. It's the 71 design. He's got his hand up, and he's like, "Y'all need Godzilla" or something like that. And I'm just like, "Yeah, okay, I wear that shirt. That's a pretty funny shirt." Yeah, no, I agree. I think.
Well, I'll do the editing. I'll look into it and see if I can find it.
I could be wrong though, but yeah, no, I think that's the way to look at it. To be honest, I'm not sitting here making fun of your beliefs. I am simply bringing a humorous photo. Godzilla doesn't exist, except as a little compy. It's not that serious. Move on.
And get a sense of humor, people.
That's right. Get the spikes out of your butthole. We don't need it in this community. We already got too much of that shit. Thanks, Biolante. No, she don't have thorns. Yes, she does.
It's a rose.
No. Yeah. Wait, I'm looking at my finger. I don't see any thorns.
She's a rose and no thorns. Toho, what is this monstrosity?
She has fangs.
She does. Did you like
those vines are scary.
What Shelter 54? With the whole Biolante thing? Did you see that yet?
Again?
Shelter 54. Have you watched it?
From
Lost Utopia Films, right?
Films.
Kim Biolante shows up.
Really?
So I think
she is the main focus of this analog horror film. We won't say much, but please do yourself a favor. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, go on YouTube, type in Shelter 54, enjoy the show.
Kim's like, Biolante. All right, guys, I see you later.
Bye. Is it like gory? Because I don't like gore.
It's kind of tough because it's like analog horror.
See, Ramon, that says not a goddamn thing because it's like analog horror.
So much.
Horror is bloody.
Okay,
it's spooky.
John, it's a little scary.
I don't know if I'm into that.
But my thing for you is to push past it because the way Biolante is
her story is completely rewritten.
It's really cool, and as a Biolante fan, I feel like it would totally be worth it.
Okay. All right, I'll add it to my never-ending list of things to watch.
Fair enough. We love it. I guess my last final question for you, Kim, would be, where can fans find you?
Nowhere. I don't exist. Yes. I'm on YouTube, obviously, Kaiju Kim. I create wholesome and delightfully stupid content related to Godzilla and his fellow kaiju. I'm also on Twitter at Kaiju Kim. I'm also on Instagram, Kaiju_Kim. And I think that's all the social medias that I use. I'm on Threads, but I never go on Threads.
Me either.
I don't even know what the point is of Threads, to be honest with you. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, if you see with Kim's logo, there's little Godzilla spikes. That is the confirmation that Space Godzilla will be in Supernova.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Yes, that is.
You heard it here on United Kaiju Podcast.
Yeah, Kim told me this. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you flip it upside down, you get his horn thingy on his head.
Oh,
that confirms that. That's the one.
There it is. That's it. It is. Space Godzilla.
Yes. It is confirmed.
We did it, guys. We proved it.
Yep.
Although I do like your logo, Kim. I always found it really cool. Have you had that logo the whole entire time when you came up, or?
A friend of mine actually made it not too long ago, like a few years ago, like in 2020. I don't remember.
One of those memories where it's like I don't even remember.
It was like 2021, 2022, somewhere around there.
Those are dark times for us all. I think we had the memories have blocked it out, so that's totally normal. Fully get it. But Kim, we want to thank you so much for joining us and being on. It's really cool talking to you and getting to know you a little more. And just thank you for taking time out of your day to join us.
Thank you for having me.
And to finish off the episode, you have to bless it once again. So please.
I do?
Yes, you do. The phrase that pays.
We open the show, and I got to close the show.
Okay. Daddy's home. Cake every night.
And there we have it, folks. Thank you all. Ramon, take it away, brother.
All right. First things first, Kaiju Kim. It's an amazing honor to have our first conversation together. You know, you have been such an amazing guest, and much like John said, I thank you for being on the show, having fun with us. It's always such an amazing honor to have these wonderful discussions. And once again, folks, we can keep it civil. We can keep it peaceful. You don't see the three of us going at each other like y'all do, so y'all need to kind of.
Screw you guys. I'm out of this.
Okay, well, John can go.
There he goes.
John can go eat whatever. So,
John, no holding back.
John, go sit in the corner. But no, in all seriousness, Kim, thank you for joining us once again. It's an amazing, amazing honor. This episode will drop this Tuesday on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts. YouTube video will be in the works in the meantime. But in all seriousness, my fellow amazing co-host John and I want to thank you guys for tuning in this amazing episode of United Kaiju Podcast. It means the world to us, and we would also appreciate your wonderful feedbacks. Let us know what you wanted to discuss in the upcoming topics for future episodes. And as always, Kaiju fans, go watch your favorite film, dust off your figures, and please, like my brother says, stay united. We love you guys. We are out.